There's been a lot of talk about the new Nintendo Switch and what's it going to be, how powerful is it going to be, and all this stuff. Does it need to be as powerful as the Asus ROG? Does it need to be as powerful as the Legion Go? There's questions that have been asked quite a bit, and I think that Nintendo has created a problem. And yeah, so the problem that I'm seeing isn't that Nintendo needs to beef up its power. And we talked a little bit about this in the last cup. The problem that I'm seeing is that Nintendo created a need for portability. They kind of took this idea that people want portable systems, they want portable gaming, and they made a form factor that was, I think, perfect because of how much it's been copied, and then they ran with it. And so now we're sitting on a gaming future that I don't see any other option. And that's what we want to talk about today. Today I have Atomic Coffee. This is a co-chair. I haven't had a co-chair, which is Ethiopian, in such a long time. It's an older coffee that I used to really enjoy. I don't remember the co-chair at all. I just remember loving it. And so what we're going to do today is hopefully try it. It's been probably like, I don't know, probably 8 years since I've had a co-chair. And so I'm first gonna take some coffee and purge through some of it in the machine. This is by Atomic Coffee. It's a single origin. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's can it and make sure that it has its own little home. Every bean, nothing left. And I'm excited for this. This better be good. This better be good. Let's put you up here on top of the record player, which has been a lot of fun, by the way. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people have been indeed ditching their physical media because they want to partake in a little bit simpler, not physical media, digital media, because they want to partake in something a little simpler. I thought that it was just me. It's not just me. Well, let's see what we're doing today. Let's talk back about portability. Nintendo is not new to the portable game. They've crushed it. In fact, the last portable device I had by Nintendo was the 3DS, which I have here on my desk, and I'll show you. And I recently just added a game to the library, a game I've been wanting for a while. And so now I have it, and I'm very stoked to be able to play it. It's Zelda Link Between Worlds. I am now on the hunt for the other DS titles, but I have it right here. And this was such a great form factor. Put it in my pocket like so, and you're good to go. You can walk around with your 3DS or your DS or whatever it may be in your pocket. I've always been a huge handhelds fan since the SP. That was the proof of concept for me that I absolutely adored. And so moving into this next phase of gaming, right, as the Wii U was phased out and now we have the Switch, the portable gaming thing was very welcomed by someone like me who has been a huge fan of it, right? And then the world kind of got a hold of it and was like, maybe this is what we want. Maybe this is the type of gaming we want. And we saw more and more people getting the Nintendo Switch, and then eventually the Switch Lite came out, which was their dedicated handheld. I'm gonna take this out of my pocket because I don't want to accidentally sit on it. And that kept generating some popularity too. And then we saw the Steam Deck come out, which, well, so I guess before the Steam Deck was something like the Aya Neo and these portable PCs or pocketable PCs at some point. But the price point on them were not realistic in the slightest. We're talking like $700 to $1,000, $700 to $1,000. Like, it's just not doable for the average consumer. And so we're sitting here going like, okay, well, what's the play, right? And then Steam Deck drops their thing, and it's like $500. You know, you can expand the storage. It's super simple. That has its own UI. That's extremely user-friendly, and they're always updating it to make sure it stays that way. And that right there is the huge benefit to something like a Steam Deck, because yes, it is technically a portable PC and can be booted into a PC mode and do all that stuff, but really it is a PC gaming capable console, and that is what is very appealing for someone like me who is a portable gamer. I mean, the form factor bigger than the Switch, but not so big that it's unrealistic. It's something that's very, very manageable and doable, and I would say it's still portable. I mean, the portability game has skyrocketed, right? We have displays created specifically for the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. We have displays created for the PlayStation 5. We have all these different ways to take your gaming on the go, and with the new introduction of remote everything, remote work, remote gaming, remote play, this is something that I think is becoming more and more popular. This idea of portable gaming, which to me is fine. I love it. But the funny thing that I've been noticing is that people have been talking at length about how the Nintendo Switch is in trouble. It is by far the oldest system that is on the block right now between all of the systems, and by far the least powerful. And so people are criticizing the the future of Nintendo and whether or not they're going to be able to keep up with the relevancy. And I touched base on this last cup, and I'm just here to flesh out this idea more, and that is, I don't think Nintendo's in trouble at all. I think what they did was they created a problem for everybody else. They said, hey, we're going to make the best portable gaming system that has ever been created, and then we're going to just kind of sit there and let it cook and let it do its thing and create games and allow other people to create games for it and just keep it real simple. We're not going to make any crazy accessories. We're not going to make a Switch Pro. We're just going to let it go for 7 years and just let it keep going. And now we're having rumors start that the Switch 2 isn't coming this year. Everyone's like, no, it's coming this year. And there's even now speculation that the next model isn't coming in 2024, which would be wild. And it doesn't bother me at all, but it would just be wild. Oh, I said I'd show you guys. Yes, I got this right here. Added it to the library. A Link Between Worlds. It was a new copy. I unwrapped it today and will be playing it on my 3DS in 3D mode because I freaking love 3D mode. Oh, it's so cool, and it doesn't translate. But I will be playing Link Between Worlds there because I am so stoked to be able to play that game again. But the Nintendo Switch 2, I think, it doesn't need to be anything other than portable. The pop isn't there, and I'll tell you why. It's because it brewed too quickly. I'm going to have to do this again, not today, but I'm going to have to try it again and tighten up the grind quite a bit because that brewed far too quickly. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Too quick. I can taste hints of what I loved. Oh, it's clean. It's clean. I'll brew another cup after this one's done. Nintendo is sitting back in their red tower and going, we know what we did. They know what they did. And we all are benefiting from the innovation that was brought to the table. This portable gaming. This childlike gaming that people often criticize has become the gold standard for what video game companies need to cater to. Portability, gaming on the go. I mean, look at Xbox, for instance. They're running their cloud services like crazy. Look at PlayStation, just releasing articles going, hey, we're going to get into the remote cloud kind of thing because portability has become priority, right? Nintendo is crushing it, and Xbox and PlayStation are going with the introduction of the Asus ROG Ally and the Legion Go and this new MSI Claw and all these different devices, the Steam Deck. The reasons why someone would need a PlayStation and an Xbox are becoming less and less with the introduction of cloud gaming and remote play. Like, these two things have created a way for people to play other ways, but portably, which is truly like the best ever for a dad and for someone who is busy. Yes, sitting at your desk using a 4K TV that is also OLED and has high refresh rates and playing a game like Final Fantasy VII Remake with the graphics boosted as much as it can be and enjoying that game, or playing a game like Prince of Persia at 120 frames per second 4K. That's great. Super cool. A lot of fun. But I would say that having the moments that it takes to be able to play games fully at that crazy capacity in a room as we get older, and as the general age of a gamer is their mid-30s. That's, you know that, right? You know that? The average age of a gamer is mid-30s. Surprise, surprise. All of us Super Nintendo kids and Genesis kids still play Nintendo. Well, not Nintendo, but still play video games. Woo! But the average age of a gamer is in their 30s. You know who else is in their 30s? A lot of parents, right? But it just goes to show you that the style of gaming has changed, and Nintendo ushered that in. And so this talk about Nintendo being in trouble if they can't produce a powerful console, I don't think so. I don't see it. I just don't see it. The data doesn't show me a console that needs to be more powerful. Yes, it should be. And if it isn't more powerful, that would be dumb. And that would be really, really dumb. Like, why would they release another console that's just as powerful as something before? It's going to be, just because of technological advances. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. But this is the big thing. I don't see it being this powerhouse. I don't see it hitting 4K. I don't see it hitting these crazy performance numbers. What I see is probably just an iteration of what we have now. And if I'm being honest with you, that's what I want. I don't want much more than what the Switch has. Maybe a unibody design, maybe, but I don't really want a clamshell dual screen situation there. Like, I don't want to deal with that. That's a lot of moving parts. The machine itself, aside from the Joy-Cons, is pretty solid. The Joy-Cons do have their issues with the connectivity and other stuff and the design flaw that is the Joy-Con, but it's not a game changer or a game breaker for that matter, because replacement Joy-Cons can be purchased if you break it. Also, third-party Joy-Cons are great. Currently on my Nintendo Switch, I am actually running, I said I don't do it, but I did for some reason, and I'm liking it, the Hori Split Pad Compacts when I'm playing Fire Emblem, the Game Boy Advance version, and it's been the right move. I needed a little bit more feel, and all I'm doing is playing that game on my couch when I'm watching my kids, or in bed right before bed for like half an hour to an hour. Those are the only times I'm playing it, so I wouldn't take that on the go with me. On the go with me is just standard Joy-Cons, and it's nice. It feels good. But when I look at the future of Nintendo and what they're going to be doing, and I'm trying to position myself in a place to be the one-stop shop for all things Nintendo, from the NES to next gen. Honestly, like, we get excited about stuff like I keep calling it a Link's, but it's a Link Between Worlds. I always would call back in the day a Link's Awakening, which is not right. It's Link's Awakening, and a Link's to the Past. It's just I'm an idiot, but trying to position myself in a place where I am able to give you guys all Nintendo stuff, all Nintendo news, all Nintendo reviews, all Nintendo going forward. I would love to be in a spot where I could be on the same level when it comes to knowledge and presentation and all that stuff as someone like Wood from Beat 'em Ups. I do truly admire his work and look up to him, in his gaming library or his gaming room that has all those games is great. And my goal here, once this new thing drops, to be able to give you 10 games from the eShop, 20 games from the eShop, to have a series of all that kind of stuff, and to help and to come at it from a different perspective. A married father who wants to enjoy this craft as much as I can, and so that's the goal here. There's going to be a couple days in between posting. My lovely wife is out of town on a business trip, so I need to be able to handle a lot of stuff around the house. So there's going to be a few days in between posting. So you guys probably won't get another video for a couple days now. So awesome. And when we come back, stuff's going to be just a smidge different, but a lot better. So I'm excited for going through some of that. This co-chair was okay. I'm going to make another cup immediately to share with my wife before she leaves for the airport, and we should be good to go. It's good. All right, guys. As always, happy gaming.